Call me crazy if you want, but I've never liked store-bought pesto.
Susie, that's pretty wild, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was in 8th grade, I was in a gym class, and there was this girl in my gym class as well, and she was a little different, but I had always been taught that when someone's a little different, you make an extra effort to make them feel included. You are always kind of people no matter what. And she wanted to be my friend, and I was like, great, now you're my friend. And so I did walk the mile, and she also walked the mile, and so we would walk the mile together. And while we were walking the mile one day, she started holding my hand. And I was like, great, that's so sweet. Like, that's so lovely. My mind just immediately was like, oh, sweet friend, sweet friend. Then one day during gym, we were sitting on the gym floor, and she starts just like snuggling into me, and I'm like, oh, sweet friend, that's so sweet. Still not picking up a sign, not getting it at all. It's like holding my hand, and we're sitting crisscross applesauce, and her head's like on my shoulder, and she's snuggling into me, and I'm like, oh, we're such good friends. I'm doing a very nice thing here by being her friend, like. And then one day in the locker room, I am getting changed and I'm down into my skivvies, and my friend comes up behind me and she grabs me and she pushes me into a wall where she proceeds to fondle, grope, and put her body onto my body, all while she's holding me against the wall. People always say that you fight, you flight, or you freeze, and I froze. I was like, what? As it was happening, like I wasn't computing. I was just like, what? It only probably lasted for like a few seconds, but it was very intrusive touching. And then she just walked away, and I'm just up against the wall in my underoos, like, what just happened? And all these people are kind of looking around at me like, what just happened? Because she did it in front of everybody. I just like finish getting dressed and go on with my day. But as the day goes on, I'm starting to just have this bad feeling in my stomach. Something doesn't feel right about what happened. And I think important clarity here is that I didn't have the words to explain what had happened to me. I didn't understand what that was. I definitely didn't understand that that could happen from anybody, regardless of gender. And I felt extra conflict because as weirded out as I was by what happened, I didn't want to get her in trouble. She was already different, like she already had some things going on, and so I was like, I don't want to get her in trouble. But I was starting to feel physically sick about it. I just didn't feel right, and I was like, I think I need to talk to an adult. I think I need to break this down with an adult. So I go to a really trusted teacher who is also the mom of a friend, and I just kind of explained what happened, and I was like, I was in the locker room, and I wasn't wearing clothes, and somebody pushed me up against the wall and did things to me. And she was like, oh, okay, let me talk to some people and see what we can do about that. And I was like, okay. And then I just went back to class like, okay. So now that I'm an adult, I see the situation a lot differently, because if a child came and told me that that happened to them, I would be like, whoa. I would make sure they go to the nurse. I would make sure the counselor comes to check on them. I would probably send them home for the day, at least. Definitely call their parents. So this teacher reports it to administration. And by the end of the day, the teacher comes back to me and she's like, hey, she's not going to bother you anymore. She's been taken out of your gym class and she's been told she's not allowed to talk to you anymore. And I was kind of like, okay. Like, I didn't really want her to get, like, I feel bad that she got kicked out of my gym class, and also now she thinks that I hate her. I don't hate her. I